A decision not to renew the UK's nuclear deterrent would be irresponsible folly, a group of ex-senior military officials has said. In a letter to The Times, 20 former defence chiefs said to abandon Britain's 4 Trident submarines would be an enormous gamble which could threaten the survival of our nation. Among the signatories are 2 retired defence secretaries and GCHQ directors. A decision on whether to renew Trident is due to be taken in 2016. On Tuesday, Labour's Shadow Defence Secretary Vernon Coaker said his party was committed to renewing all 4 Trident submarines if it wins the election. The Conservatives have also committed to renewing all 4 missile submarines, while the Liberal Democrats favour cutting to 3. The SNP, Plaid Cymru, and the Greens want Trident to be scrapped. UKIP has said it would not scrap Trident, but would consider cutting back to 3 submarines. Irrevocable decision. Among those who have signed the letter are Labour's Lord Robertson, a former Defence Secretary and NATO chief, and retired Chief of the General Staff General Sir Mike Jackson. 3 previous heads of the armed forces, 3 ex-Royal Navy chiefs, and 2 former GCHQ directors are also among the signatories. The open letter addressed to the incoming Prime Minister 2015 said a decision not to renew the fleet would effectively end Britain's nuclear deterrent, and would be irrevocable. To abandon Trident now and for good in the hope that no threat will emerge would be to take an enormous gamble on behalf of generations not yet born, they said. In an uncertain world where some powers are now displaying a worrying faith in nuclear weapons as an instrument of policy and influence, it would be irresponsible folly to abandon Britain's own independent deterrent. The decision would affect the security and ultimately the survival of our nation, they said. The UK had made reductions in its nuclear arsenal proportionately greater than any other nuclear weapons power, which represented a huge contribution towards nuclear disarmament, the letter said. We should stand ready to do more, but only if it can be proved that it does not compromise minimum levels of nuclear deterrence, it added.